Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of All That Matters, the show where I rant and complain about whatever I feel like just because I can. And hopefully, there's some LOLs. Alright, so, the reason why we're even here, like in this area, is because this little thing that we call YouTube. If you notice, a lot of vloggers always have a set space that's pretty flat. Because of my GoPro, you still see this lovely window, but you get yourself a nice, pretty much flat surface that you got here, and then the focus point. Now, if you're really good, you can get yourself a nice lighting and everything from this to that, but I can't afford that stuff yet because I got bills to pay and I don't get nothing from this thing. But people say, oh, but I've seen ads. Aren't you a partner? Yeah, but that doesn't mean every YouTube partner be making the buku bucks. I literally make pennies. But that's not really why I do YouTube in the first place anyway. So we're gonna take it back in time. And if I had a watch on, I would point to it. But right now it's just black. When I started doing this whole YouTube thing, it was way back in like 2008. The Blipmaster 5 is my production name, so when it comes to beats and when it comes to videos, it's all under the Blipmaster 5 name because that has to do with everything that I produce. So I figured, hey, it works, even though this channel basically started off as just for the music. Yeah, so all the fire blasted things you see will always have the little fire blasted tag right there at the beginning. But I, being a lover of many things that you see here on YouTube, from dancing to comedy to just plain on rants and sketches and vlogs and stuff, and now much more gaming. Those are all things that I like and all things that I enjoy. So therefore, I made my channel a big compilation of all these different things. Like I was saying, back in time, there's this little thing called YouTube that I found out about. Got used to seeing the cool vlogs and craziness from people who had their MySpace tie-ins, like Miss Ashley SoFly. Yeah, who around here remembers her? True, I still follow her on Instagram. That girl crazy. Went all the way back to when Daystorm was like a normal participant here on YouTube. Now he comes back to it whenever he wants. Still follow Timothy Delgado when it was just Kids React on the Fine Bros channel. Back when they had the Dog Effer series pop up every once in a while. When Equals 3 wasn't even Equals 3 yet, by Ray William Johnson. Back when he used to be the political gangster. Yeah, who around here remembers that? Anybody? Anybody? I mean, anybody? Anybody? Back when YouTube's rating system were stars. That's how far back I started this thing. Now, I'm not saying everybody's gonna blow up. Shoot, just look at the music industry. Not everybody blows up. Still, the OGs still get a little bit of recognition, right? Right? Like, I've seen Prince E, a rapper, go from the huge, dope lyrical rapper dude and transform into the positive spoken word artist that he is now, always pushing things for the community. I mean, that's always been a side of him, but now he's changed that to be in the forefront. I've seen forefront come and go. I've seen so many things, but this is supposed to focus on my journey, right? Because I follow the spirit of the DIY ways of YouTube, but I've never had the funds to always support it. I've always had kind of low quality videos and junk, and I think that's one small part that hindered my attention grabbing. But I also would never resort to crazy titles and stuff like that to try and trick people to just watch it. I would never really try and do that. Back when they had it, one good thing that I liked was the video response capability on YouTube before they took it away, where you could actually relate something that you have to something else that's really great. And I used to do that with Wax's videos, and I've done that back when they used to do a lot of the YouTube Cypher stuff that was had like all the big rappers on board. So I was back doing a lot of those, doing a lot of contests, doing a lot of Cypher things, all to try and draw in audiences and also network kind of that way by connecting. Is like, oh, this rapper's really dope. Maybe if, you know, I can get involved in the Cypher, we can start working together, stuff like that. So I always had the mind of, you know, kind of collaboration and also relating to things that relate to what I do. But I've also done like a little bit of comedy stuff, like back when I did the Trailer Trash series, and I still would like to bring it back. It's just time is a little bit lacking in doing it, and also the fact that I do it all by myself. But that shouldn't be an excuse, because I've seen people who do everything by themselves still succeed. Me not having a lot of people I could just pull in and help out videos and do the comedy sketches, and that's why I had to kind of resort to rants and craziness, randomness that I just like to throw out into the world because, well, I'm a random person in general. And I just hope maybe it can make you laugh. Maybe. I started to take note of the trends, like I was stating before, trying to have a set space. So this is gonna be more so the set space for All That Matters. The topics will always change. Shoot, I've already talked about independent music struggles. I've talked about anime. I've talked about all kinds of weird stuff. But the main point is All That Matters is my rant about it, right? Still, even though I try to pick up on these things, I noticed, I'm having some trouble even despite me becoming a YouTube partner, right? And YouTube noticed that there are partners that were still having trouble garnering audiences, right? What they did was they made a creator's handbook, and they did the Creators Academy, and they'd give tips and tricks and stuff like that to try and help creators. So I'd end up doing that, studying up, trying to do these things. And I've seen other people who've tried to do that, and yet they still only get the small base kind of views that are kind of already there. It's tough. And since this wild, wild west of YouTube is so huge, like, even though it's so huge, it's still like a wild and crazy world out there that's hard to like break into and gain people's attention. It's like literally becoming just like the music industry. It's just so many talented people, and there's access to so many of them. It's just sometimes hard to break into the mainstream public eye or the main YouTube community eye, because there definitely is one. Like, when you go to conventions and stuff, you definitely know who people know. Of course, there's always the outliers where it's just like, oh, they do have a pretty big fan base that you just never heard of. But there's still a huge base, and they also know about these certain amount of people. You know what I mean? I try to study up to at least see if I could become like maybe one of those outliers. And the thing that's difficult about YouTube is because back in the day, during the contests and cypher days, I actually was starting to get kind of a good amount of pull, but it would happen. But now when I post videos, there's like nothing, and it's like the just a little over 100 subscribers I have don't mean a thing because I don't even get the subscriber count number as my view count on a new video. Going back, getting off track, trying to apply the lovely things that YouTube tried to give to people to try and help them grow, because the more people that have grow in their platform, the bigger they get. So, you know, they try to help by giving, you know, the tips and tricks. The work is up to you. Get that. But then eventually they got to a point where they recognize what kind of channel you are, because you kind of label yourself kind of basically what you kind of do when you sign up. And they try to say, hey, we notice what you got going here. Here's some things maybe you could work on. And they end up suggesting stuff that I've already done. And I'm just like, what? What in the world? Why are you suggesting this? I already do this. This is things that I do on a regular basis. Like the making sure the tags relate and everything. And also making sure the tags can be nice and broad and pull in people who are interested in similar things. Just like I used to do with the video responses, make sure it was connected to something that's similar, right? And stuff like that. Then the stuff that I already do. Thumbnails. Oh, maybe you should make custom thumbnails. It's like, hey, I already make custom thumbnails. They're like, hey, maybe you should release some music. I release music all the time. What are you talking about? So it's just, it's so different. And then even me trying to diversify a little bit, because I know the main focus is kind of the music, but I also want to do comedy stuff. So to try to diversify, this series was created because this is rather new. Dance-a-Ramus has always been around, me just freestyle dancing. That's always been really fun. And then I also had the Sucky Freestyle series that was really fun to do, but now that's moved over to SoundCloud because I'm trying to build an audience there, and it's better fit for that kind of thing because it's basically an audio experience anyway. Even gaming, it's like, you know what, I really like playing games. Since that's taking off, maybe I should try and include that into the channel. So I do that, and then I also get the suggestion, I wonder why you don't just make separate channels. I'm like, because the whole point of the channel was that it was a combination of everything that's me. There's channels that do that. Like, Jenmar was another example. She does a lot of different things. Like, mostly it's comedy and stuff, but sometimes she'll do like a gaming thing. She'll do like maybe some type of parody kind of thing. Ooh, even like Jacksville, he's done the very same thing, all on that one channel, because hey, it's just something that he wants to do, and we all know it's part of what makes him him. So I just started to think, maybe it's me. But the thing is, whenever I tell people, it's like, hey, you know, I'm a YouTuber, and they're like, oh man, that makes perfect sense. You're crazy and you're very entertaining and likable and stuff like that. But then when I like end up showing them the channel, it's like the numbers don't match what they would probably expect. And I hate having it that way. I really do. I really do, because I feel like I'm false advertising and being like, hey there, it's me, Fly Blast, aka Blipmaster 5, Dance-a-Ramus, game god, not god. I do things on the YouTube on a regular basis. I got a set schedule and everything, so you can always come through and see me do something crazy or do something cool every other week. Yeah, come through. The few people that actually do come through, they're like, oh wow, nobody comes through here. Maybe I'm in the wrong place, and then they just leave. That's exactly what it feels like. And I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me want to go in the corner and cry. Like, I hate it, man. I feel like the YouTuber who ain't on YouTube, you know? I feel like the YouTuber that people neglect. But the thing is, I've seen other people who I feel really, really need to have that growth as well. Like, K Cortez is an amazing comedian. And the thing is, for some reason, he just doesn't pop. He's hilarious. He's had to like actually switch over to Spanish, and like he's killing it there. But in the English department, even though he's just as funny to me, dude doesn't quite pop off. So let me put a little advertisement real quick. Go check out K Cortez, cause he's dope. Even though I know my audience isn't gonna help his audience that much, because my audience is way smaller than his, and plus I don't even know if I have an audience by the way the views happen. The thing is, that's what this whole show's about. Let me dang on complain. Let me rant. You know what I'm saying? Ah, oh, dang. See, now I lost my point. Dang on lost my point. Dang on lost my point. Train of thought, gone. Left the station. Been here, doing it for years, and it feels like no progress. Matter of fact, it feels like less progress. I've tried to, like, it seems the more and more I try to do it more professionally and like be more regular with it, the less results I get. How does that work? Because back in the day when I used to get like a lot of views, I wasn't uploading regularly. By the time I started doing things regularly, like a more week, because I used to do like weekly because my schedule allowed it. That was like right after I finally got out of high school, and I was like, yo, now I can upload videos like anytime, all the time. Matter of fact, I'll just do it weekly, because that's like the thing. Even though I won't have like a set day, it'll still be like weekly, right? And I used to do okay, but the views still started to wane away, wane away, wane away. Then it got to a point where it's just like, yo, I can't do it regularly anymore because I'm working way too much, because this YouTube thing ain't popping off. So I'm just gonna have to like upload just when I can, right? But then it got back to a point where, all right, maybe I could do bi-weekly. Let's try that out. But how the views reflect? Oh, it's not going so well. So I'm like, all right, maybe because the quality of YouTube is like going up, maybe I could decrease the quality, like the picture quality and everything I got here. So I do that. Does that help? Nah, not really. So I'm just like, is it really me? Is it me? And now I've gotten to a point where I actually do upload every week. It's just one's more for updates, the other one's more for the regular scheduled programming that you get here on the Dang Goblin Master 5 channel. But how's the views? I might get like 14. If I'm lucky, I could get up to maybe 50. That'd be nice, you know. Guys, I've been doing stuff, and it's like, you guys don't listen, or don't want to spread it out and be like, hey, there's at least this cool video, let's share it. I try to like share things on other platforms. I mean, at the end of each and every single video, you guys, like lately, you guys seen that I'm on social media. Like, I'm on all the sites, and I tell people like, hey, brand new video out, go check it out. And even on there, like the people who follow me on those things, at least are in the hundreds, if not more, and still the views don't reflect just my follower numbers. And that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It really frustrates me. And then I even try to ask, I'm like, yo, what would you guys like to see more of? And so people are like, oh, the All That Matters thing is kind of cool. I kind of like that. So I tried to think of different topics I can bring to you guys to try and do that. And then some people are like, man, I really like your dancing. Maybe we could do something about more of that. So I try to include more of the dancing stuff. Matter of fact, did a whole dance video and then it got shut down because of the whole copyright system. Now that's a whole nother thing. So I asked, like, yo, what do you guys want to see? Oh, man, I like seeing your game and stuff. So okay, I'm like, all right, I need to keep in mind, make sure I always make sure to get a nice gaming video in every once in a while. And it's tough because I work full time. As a matter of fact, there was even a point in time where I was still trying to keep my regular schedule, like the every other week schedule, and I was doing the 2 part-time jobs and school. So like, I try to be here for you guys, but you guys aren't here for me. My 124 subscribers, what's up with that? Like, I'm pretty sure YouTube siphoned out like most of the bots. So the 124 I have should be real people. Where they at though? Where they at though? You guys seem to like the dancing. I've heard you guys like the dancing, but nobody checks out the dancing. What's up with that? I just don't know what to do, guys. What do you guys want? What do you guys want from me? That's literally what this whole thing is. Thinking, you know, maybe it'd be nice to actually be able to make a little something. Like, I try not to take advantage of people with copyrights and stuff like that. So that's why I don't monetize like some of the dance videos and stuff like that, because, well, it has copyrighted material in it. Then the stuff that I do actually monetize for myself, be it maybe the covers or the original songs and stuff like that, like, is it just not good? I'm being so serious right now. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I'm having a literal breakdown right here on camera for you. I thought I was gonna go to school and maybe just go and help people in the medical field, but I found out, you know what I need to do is entertain, because that's just what's in my blood. I love to entertain, but the thing is, it seems like I'm not entertaining enough of you guys. I'm not giving you what you need, and I'm wondering, what is it that you want? Seriously. Let's change this to a dating video. I have so much that I'd like to offer you in this relationship, and I will do whatever I can to make you the one and make you feel like the one. You are my queen. You are my king for the guys. I don't like you that way, but I will try and make you happy. Alright, I know it's getting weird. I didn't even like properly start this episode right. Title card. What do we call this? YouTube's stepchild? The YouTube grind? YouTube's biggest breakdown? Just have a sensationalized title. I don't like doing that junk. Maybe that's one of the problems. Because I know it can't be just one thing. It has to be multiple things. But maybe that's one of the problems. And I don't put boobs in the thumbnail. Shoot! Man, I've been doing this thing back when there was the Reply Girls. I'm like in this YouTube community, man. It feels like I'm just the fan and not the creator, even though I create every dang on week. That is the most frustrating thing. I mean, I still like to just make the stuff that I would like to do and I think would be cool, but I do still try to tailor the uploads to you guys, because you guys are what's important. And that's why I have the update videos in between these public videos. But, you know, one of the suggestions I got from YouTube is to share your YouTube story. Now, this may not be the best way to share my YouTube story, But hey, it is what it is. At least I know what I'm talking about. That's all that matters. Because I'm talking to myself anyway. Thanks. Hey, make sure you subscribe, like the video, share the video. You can follow me at all the links below. You can actually end up getting my projects that are down here because I make beats, I make rhymes, and stuff like that. So these are the latest projects that I've done. You can check those out, as well as checking out the video right over here, which is gonna be the last All That Matters video, because hey, it's a series that I do here. I do so much stuff here. You could find something you like. If I notice enough of you guys like it, I'll do more of it. But I only know if you guys like and subscribe. That way you can come back to see more of it. Alright? Now, I'm gonna head out of here. Thanks.